긴 경기장 도시형.
All right, so here we are, guys, in the top left-hand corner of Taldra Malter. We have from the Team SCV Life, our green Zerg player, Shine, and he has taken 2 games in a row now from his opponent's team. That is Vile Gaming. Their representative is Chance, our red Zerg down here at the bottom right-hand corner.
Yep, ZVZ. Who's down with ZVZ? Yeah, you know me.
Oh, my God.
See,
ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Doa.
Thank you. I'll be here, well, for a while.
Try the veal.
That's right. The veal?
Yes.
You know, I've never eaten veal.
Really?
I'll just put that out there.
So good.
I've never eaten veal. I've
yes,
eaten a lot of
waiting for the PETA people to be like, baby cow
from around the planet, but I've not had veal yet.
Well, we're going to go out for veal parmesan at this Italian restaurant down the street sometime when we want a nice dinner. So taking Doa out on an awesome date, and we're going to have veal parmesan. I
will enjoy that date. I'm looking forward to it. So, first of all, I want to point out a difference that we see between these two players. Of course, Vile.Chance did not do the extractor trick, whereas Shine did. For some reason, the Korean players just love the extractor trick. They always, always, always do it, even though we know in the West, and probably the Korean players know too, that it's a little bit less inefficient as far as minerals go. But when it comes down to it, it's more of a preference thing. You don't lose enough to really make it matter either way, per se. So yeah, you'll see all the Korean players do that extractor trick. I like doing it myself just because it gives me something to do, you know? And Chance has been doing this 11 pool, 11 gas build for quite a while now, as a matter of fact. So, yeah, he's really, really like this, and looks like that's exactly what we're going to see now. His opponent, on the other hand, is still going for a Speedling build, so should have plenty of stuff out to defend in time. Of course, Chance probably wants that nice early queen out there as well, and we'll see what this leads us. But some market differences in the openings for these two players so far. Yeah, well, unless there's some miscontrol by one of the players, this is going to be a little bit longer of a game because we have, you know, we don't have any sort of like build order win initially. You know, sometimes in ZVZ, you do get a situation where there is a little bit of a build order win. You know, one person's build is just much more effective against the other person's opening. It ends up being a short game. But in this case, we should be pretty even again, unless someone controls something badly. It is ZVZ, so any split second there could be a horrible amount of death and a GG shortly afterwards.
Well, horrible amounts of death and GGs are just what we're looking for here in StarCraft 2 matches. So, but let's see, we do have 4 more links coming up for Chance at the moment, expending all of his larvae to get that done. But of course, with that earlier inject, he's slightly up in drones. Both players putting down their baneling nests at exactly the same time, though. All right, well, this is going to be a bit fast and furious for both players then. And the question is, it doesn't look like either one has any inclination of expanding either, really. Both just making Zerglings at the moment. So, yeah, we may just see a bit of a Speedling baneling war here. I thought you were going to wonder which one was going to be too fast, too furious for, but no. At the moment, Shine running back. No, never. How dare you? Who would do that? And looks like both players have lost 1 Ling, I believe. Yes, they have, but not a ton of differences yet. Chance about ready to filter in with another 10 in a second, though. Baneling nest done basically for both players. As Chance just finishing his up, he does see a baneling coming in for his opponent, starting to move back now, and moving back to a bunch more Lings right now. Yep, that's right. A lot of minerals built up right now for Chance, and what is he going to use them for? I don't know. Could he be expanding, or is he just going to maybe make some banelings and a few more Zerglings? He is a bit supply blocked as well, with no overlords on the way. Ooh. But that baneling might help him out with that. Let's see here as, wow, this is quite a bit of just intensive micro back and forth. That baneling getting close. Chance did a nice job before, taking most of its health down with just 1 Zergling. But, oh, now it looks like Shine running by. Turns around, decides to head back home. We had 1 baneling hit 2 Lings there. So Chance still running up with his existing banelings. Oh, he's going to get the queen at the very least and could do a little bit more damage even. Looks like a pretty even number of Lings right now. Shine will be able to push Chance out. Oh, man. That was good. Yeah, that certainly helps. That attack is definitely over here. Looks like some Zerglings still rallied there, though. Oh, man. Oh, God. That was close. A little bit careful there. Yeah, definitely. Nice shot picking that off. All right, so still 1 baneling out there for Chance. He's morphing in a few more and bringing up some more Zerglings at the moment. Shine did just decide to put up 2 more drones, actually a 3rd as well, as it seems like he really, really wants to gain some sort of an economic advantage here. But Chance still has a bunch of excess minerals floating around, and of course he is the recipient of his queen still being up. Oh, banelings just running past each other. 2 for 2, not too bad right there.
Well, not too bad, but there are 2 more banelings on the way, though, so Shine's going to need to worry about that. He's got more banelings as well. That Zergling does a little bit of a scout here.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is really back and forth at the moment. Not just one solid engagement, little pockets of units running out there. Let's take take stock of the moment right now. 1 queen for each player, 11 lings to 7 in favor of Chance. And he is going to have 5 banelings to 4 of his opponent, but of course he is down by 2 workers.
Oh, a lot of Zerglings just got taken out there by Shine. And Shine has been able to add on a drone here and there too, so he is starting to get a little bit of an economic lead. He's got the spine crawler up as well. So he's like, all right, I'm content to just sit back and play the defensive game. I feel like I can drone up a little bit, be good with my banelings. And so far, he certainly has been. Ooh, he needs to do damage there. Whoa.
All right, so this is this feels like a very old ZVZ to me, though, because we're not really moving past this baneling Zergling tug of war, but Chance is finally expanding now.
And this isn't going to kill any drones, but it is certainly going to damage some.
Yes,
oh,
it is.
Hardly hitting any. Okay, nice job there.
Oh, but nice job to move back in with those 2 Zerglings and pick off the 2 drones that he did weaken and gets a baneling at the end.
That Zergling was worth its weight in gold, man. And an expansion coming up for Chance as well, so despite being a little bit lower on the drone count, he is going to try to expand off of this. So we'll have to see how that goes.
Oh, we'll see if he can get it done. He's expended those resources and still sitting fine economically, but of course he's now down by 6 workers.
Yeah.
So it's pretty considerable amount. 2 more banelings rolling in, though, as Shine actually going around the back. What does he have here to defend? Oh, plenty. Oh, 4 banelings for 2 would be nice.
Oh,
it gets 3 for 2, so it's
a good trade.
Not both of them, but still a good trade. Yep.
Meanwhile, down at the bottom right part of the map, it looks like there was a little bit of action there. Chance had some Zerglings, but they did get taken out, and Shine gearing up for a little bit of an attack himself, possibly. We'll have to see.
All right.
Chance has to pull back and play a little bit more defensive now that he does have that hatchery up.
And he's got to make sure he doesn't flood in all of these Zerglings. Ooh, that would be bad, but he does see the banelings that are morphing in now, so he can take those out pretty easily 1 by 1 because Shine doesn't have any more Zerglings coming in to defend as well. Oh, ran right past that baneling. That's no good.
Yeah, and that one's probably going to get picked off, or is it?
I hope so.
Oh.
I hope so. Yes. Okay, yeah, it looks like it is finally going to get chased down.
Yeah, well, all right. Yep. Does manage to kill that quite efficiently, and Shine is going to expand as well. Yeah, he does have a hatchery on the way, it looks like, of his own, and the drone count a little bit better, actually, for Chance. He just made a big round of drones and caught up as well, so this ZVZ is far from over.
Yeah, pretty even, actually, for our 2 players right now. Chance putting down a spine crawler, but Shine is already going over to layer attack at the moment. He's working off of 2 gas to just the 1 of Chance right now. Chance, of course, with a bunch of extra minerals at the moment. And, oh, okay, looks like we have a little bit of a back and forth between our 2 players as 1 Zergling does sneak its way in. Up at the top here, we have a few banelings and a few Zerglings sitting there. Chance has to make sure he doesn't get this 1 baneling picked off, but it looks like he will, unfortunately. Oh, wow, actually shifting back there. So the other baneling would start taking some damage. Nice macro out of him. And, okay, not too much damage suffered there from Chance.
Yep. And so at this point, both players just trying to be really, really careful. Looks like that queen does manage to get that Overlord. But yeah, at this point, like I just said, both players trying to be really, really careful here. You need to be very, very cautious about how you drone. Chance actually taking some big chances in the amount of drones he's been pumping out here. Ooh. And, oh, a Spire from Shine. All right, this has been really popular in Korea lately in ZVZ. A lot of players have been going for Spire, and that is an interesting place to put it, too.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah, you know, if some Zerglings run in there, there's a really good chance that they will think that's a Spine Crawler coming up. That's the nice thing about putting a Spire in kind of a weird / obvious place like that, is a lot of people won't click it and just assume it's a Spine Crawler. So Shine might be able to pull one over here on Chance if Chance doesn't get in there, doesn't click the actual building.
Well, I wonder what Chance's tech of choice is going to be now. His layer tech's finishing in about 30 seconds. A few banelings rolling up, though. He's going to try and get in and do some damage. Oh, gets 3 of them killed for 2 and doesn't do any damage with the other one. So losing basically 2 banelings worth there to his opponent.
Yep, Chance just going roaches at this point, getting the Groove Spines as well. I'm sorry, the +1 missile attacks. Groove Spines come from the Hydralisk Den a little bit later on, possibly. Yep. But I'm sure as soon as he sees that there's going to be mutas on the field, he's going to go for the Infestation Pit. That's generally the response that we've been seeing lately.
Well, let's see Chance's vision. He doesn't even know there's a structure coming up there quite yet. Of course, that we know that Spire just finishing up now, so Shine's going to have Mutalisks in a bit. 7 of them he actually saved up for right away. Infestation Pit is already on the way for Chance now, though. And I just heard a changeling somewhere. Not sure if that was Chance's or if that was, looks like it was Shine's.
Yep, that's right. And he is getting the Infestation Pit as well, which is pretty standard, but I don't think he knows there's mutas on the way quite yet, possibly.
No, he doesn't.
Now, when you're going mutas in ZVZ, or I suppose this can apply to other matchups as well, the magic number is 5. If you have 5 mutas, you're going to be one-shotting workers. So if you're going to go mutas, you always want to make sure you have at least 500 minerals, 500 gas when the Spire pops, just to be able to make a group that can initially get in there and do some damage. As you can see here, he's got 7 mutas, so he's good to go. Just needs to keep him a little bit safe, and he should be able to harass Chance pretty well.
Well, we'll see if he can. Pathogen glands are on the way. That means that Infestors are a long way off still. Not a lot of anti-air here as well. Let's see what Chance does in response. Immediately puts up 2 more queens. Of course, this queen is going to die very, very quickly. He has no spore crawlers up yet to speak of, just filtering in 1 queen at a time. These Mutalisks are actually doing a lot of damage. Immediately, roaches are being sent out, though, to counterattack.
Yeah, Chance clearly did not know that this was coming, and he's not even moving his drones. There he goes, finally moving the drones. But as you can see, definitely taking a lot of damage here. Shine's starting to pull ahead in supply now, and Chance is in serious trouble.
All right, looks like he's just spamming out some Lings and some Infestors now just to keep going with his counterattack. What does Shine have back at home, though? It's just 2 Spine Crawlers for now, so not a lot on the field, but there's a lot of Banelings.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say he doesn't have as many Spines as you would normally see, but I guess with the Baneling backup, that's okay. He'll be able to soften those roaches up and possibly kill some Lings as well. Still needs to be a little bit careful here.
Oh, we'll see if looks like Chance running around the side, but now the mutas are making their way back home, and not a single one of those has died. And look at that worker count between our 2 players now, 45 to 57. Or actually 11 killed by those mutas.
Yeah, a bit of a difference there.
All right, 2 Banelings go down, but now the mutas are starting to track down these roaches, and things are looking increasingly grim for Chance.
Yep. Now what you'll see a lot of players do is transition out of mutas into roaches and then choose to go Hydra or possibly Infestor from there. Just kind of use the mutas to make your opponent have to react in a way you want them to. That's kind of the idea behind this. And as you can see, yeah, Shine getting his own Infestation Pit right now, getting that +1 carapace. And I didn't see if he got the Roach Warren as well.
I don't believe
usually
so.
You do with this. Okay, so he's just going to add Infestors onto that as well. So, all right, interesting.
Oh, Roaches tried to turn around and go after Banelings, but of course they ran smack dab into some Mutalisks there. Oh, a few Banelings making their way in, though. Looks like he had some Lings left over, and he does kill a few more workers with that. So a few Lings left over ended up paying off big for him, as now he's killed 16 workers, still at a 42 to 57 advantage overall.
Yeah, Chance doing a good job of droning up again, kind of taking all the right risks here. But Shine is just going to have a much bigger army. As you can see, he's got 6 Infestors popping out right now, and he's getting Burrows. So yet another way for him to harass his opponent here. No sign of any sort of like big meaty unit quite yet, though. No Roach Warren, no Hydralisk Cavern or anything like that. So I'm curious to see how Shine is going to play the rest of this game out. It looks like he's going to just go very Ling heavy. All right, so getting that +1 melee attack right now as well.
And we finally have those Hydras making the way out now. 3 queens there, so they will be able to start picking away at those Mutalisks at the very least. This hatchery was taking a little bit of damage, but that's not going to be a problem. Yeah, not going to get fungled at all as you saw those Infestors start to make their way up.
Yep, that's right. A little bit of a Ling run by here. Okay, so he sees the Spines and pulls back. Smart decision there by Shine. Now, what you can do with those mutas, too, is if you can get the queens or get something off on its own, you can just kind of harass it with 1 muta and try to draw a fungal out of your opponent too, just to try to keep the energy at a minimum. So those Mutalisks are just so useful. Oh, looks like he's going to pick up the queen as well.
He does, but gets a lot of his Lings fungled. Actually, all of his Lings killed in the process, but of course, killing that queen, so nice.
Yep.
Let's see here, though. 4 Infestors hitting the field now, in addition to the 7 already up for Shine, so he'll have 11 to his opponent's 6. Of course, it's mostly Hydralisks that are coming up now for Chance.
This is just really interesting, too, what we see Shine doing. All right, he's taking a 3rd, but he's still not doing anything like going for roaches. In fact, he's adding on 3 more Spine Crawlers. So I really wonder what he's planning with this. He's not making any more mutas. He's just getting Ling upgrades right now. You can't really attack this with Lings. I mean, as you can see, they'll get fungled. They generally just don't do very well against this composition. So he's got some other plan here. I wonder if it's maybe going to be like Hive and then go to Broodlord or something. But you know, I think he's going to need, you know, like he's trying to get 4 bases for that. So,
oh boy, really? That's a lot of Burrowed Infestors right now, though.
Yeah,
so
he could try to do some damage with those too, but he's going to need something more than this to finish the game.
Well, let's see here. Supply's not that different between our two players. Of course, Shine does have superior tech and base count right now, but I've got to say, Chance has done a good job of recovering from that mutalisk attack that came before. Oh, and he may be able to catch those mutalisks out in the open right now.
Oh, yes, indeed he will. Yeah, there's a fungal on those. And he's not going to get anything done with those mutes at this point. He is getting Hive. All right, so this could certainly be some sort of Broodlord play. He's also getting +2/+2 for his Lings. Oh, there we go. Okay, so Brood Infestors. Plus Lings. Is it just going to be maybe huge infested Terran attack? It's possible. There are Overseers out right now for Chance as well, so
yes,
this is a risky move for Shine. Oh, and he's going to get within Spore Crawler range if he's not careful.
Yeah, it looks like he is. There are actually no Overseers up. Chance actually putting up his first one right now, but it doesn't look like he has a DPS right away to deflect all of these infested Terrans popping up. So now finally some units starting to move in. Fungal Growth hitting infested Terrans. That's kind of funny and ironic, but Roach is filtering in from behind as well. These infestors continuing to make their way into the main in just a second. He hasn't done a ton of damage quite yet, though. The infestors actually making their way off to the left. Those infested Terrans really didn't get a whole lot done. The Lings coming through afterwards, though, did a little more.
All right, so he's trading energy for units here, which is good, but very confusing play from Shine. It's very cool to see, but I feel like he's just going to lose all these infestors, and yeah, I think he knows that he's just throwing out enough infested Terrans to try to do it, and he's trying to get a fungal off on those drones. Is he going to be able to? No.
No, not at all.
That was a big investment he just lost. He's making 6 more infestors, too. All right.
And it looks like some Lings are going to find the fourth base out here for Chance. Yeah, that was really weird. And he's got an Ultralisk Cavern coming up now.
Yeah, okay. So he is going to switch to Ultras. All right. I was like, he's going to need something here. And Broodlords would be a little bit weird. All right. Another Ling run by. Not going to do any damage at all with this. And he's about 40 supply down, too. Just a very, very bizarre style here from Shine. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to get that hatchery either. All right. So will the Ultras save him? I don't know, man. I mean, because he doesn't have a lot of resources to make those Ultras with right now.
No.
And Chance is moving out. I think he knows. He's like, all right, you just used a ton of resources with that and did, like, no damage. So I think I can just maybe go kill you. So the question is, will Shine's Spine Crawlers be enough to hold this? And these counterattacks are going to help too, I suppose.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Chance didn't know whether he wanted to come back or not. He does land 1 fungal growth on a bunch of Zerglings, but of course that's just going to injure them. It's not going to kill them. A few units trying to hold here for a while. A lot of drones are going to go down, but at the same time, a bunch of units making their way through up the front. And Shine still has a lot of fungal growths. Chain fungling a bunch of those roaches. They are getting very low right now, caught in a tiny little choke point. Looks like a lot of the Hydralisks were actually hit as well. So continuing to move up. I believe the base went down for Chance as well, or it is going down at the moment.
Yeah, there
it goes. Units coming into the main as well, but they should get cleaned up pretty quickly.
Yeah, actually Shine controlling this splendidly, doing a great job of keeping the majority of those units out of range of the Spine Crawlers. Of course, Spine Crawlers way outrange roaches. So yeah, Shine just relying on his impeccable control to win that game. What a crazy ZVZ that was.
Yeah, it was.
But TSL.Shine takes it and goes up 3-1 over Vile.